video. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel yet, remember to hit that like and subscribe button down below. But today we're going to be talking about something that just about every WRX or STI owner basically talks about, why they didn't get the WRX or why they didn't get the STI. Basically just going to be talking about a couple of the reasons as to why I decided to go with the WRX instead of the STI. And the first thing, and it's probably going to be the biggest factor for anyone else shopping for either of these two vehicles, is going to be price. It's basically just going to be what's in your price range. Now, between the WRX and the STI, comparing base model to base model, there's a big bump in price difference, and I mean a couple $1,000s from a base WRX to a base STI. If you do want to go with the STI, you're gonna be spending at least, I would say, $5,000, $6,000, maybe $7,000 more going with the STI, and then you got to weigh your options as to whether what the STI has to offer is worth that much more money. Now with the STI, you're gonna get the bigger engine. You're gonna get a 2.5 instead of the 2.0. Obviously, it's gonna be a little faster. You're gonna get more torque, more power. I think it's about 40 horsepower more. So, is that worth paying that much more money to go with the STI and to have that much more power? And with that being said, from the research that I've done online, I've read that it's easier to make more power with the WRX than it is with the STI. So that's another factor that you have to consider. If you are going to be modding your car, then the WRX might be the better choice for you. Now, if you're not, if you're just going to leave the car completely stock, fresh from the factory, not going to touch it, not going to tune it, then the STI might be the better choice for you, because the WRX might not have enough power for you. And if you're not going to mod it, then you might as well go with the car that satisfies your power needs more. So now the second thing I want to talk about is just daily driving the vehicles. I've driven both the WRX, obviously I own the WRX, and I've driven an STI. My friend has one, and first thing that you notice is how much stiffer the STI actually is. The STI suspension is pretty stiff, and now the WRX that I have, this car is on coilovers. It's on Fortunato coilovers with 10K spring rates front and rear, and those spring rates are pretty they're pretty stiff. And to be honest, my friend's STI that I drove actually still feels stiffer. That car is pretty stiff. So as far as daily driving, I think the WRX is a lot more comfortable, and I think it's a lot more easier to drive too. I think not a lot more, but definitely a little bit easier. Obviously you get a little less power, so it's a little driver friendly. But as far as daily driving, I think the WRX is definitely better as far as just how comfortable you're going to be driving the cars every single day. Both cars are all-wheel drive, so both are going to be just as good in any type of weather condition, rain, snow, dry, whatever. So yeah, the biggest thing that you're going to notice between the two is going to be just how stiff the STI is, and the WRX is definitely a lot more softer as far as the suspension and how it feels on the road and bumps and everything like that. And the next thing I did want to talk about is just a couple of things, but they're really big factors towards your decision. Is basically just the WRX. The fuel economy is just ridiculously so much better than the STI. Now my friend, he doesn't drive, I mean, like crazy. He doesn't dog his car around where it's just boosting all the time. He drives pretty normal, and he's averaging around 19-20 miles per gallon. And with the WRX, I'm actually averaging 26 miles per gallon, and I knew I was going to be getting pretty good gas mileage, but I didn't think I was going to be getting that good of gas mileage. And the most I've ever averaged was on a trip back from the beach. It was about a 3-hour drive, and I hit 39 miles per gallon on that trip. I thought that was ridiculous. Like, that's the most that I've averaged on my Civic Si, and the Civic is, a lot. You would expect it to be a lot better on gas mileage. So definitely the WRX is a lot better as far as fuel economy. The STI, you're going to be averaging about 20 miles per gallon. Now, for some people, that might not really matter, or for other people, that might be a huge decision factor. I used to work at a car dealership. I'm actually not working at Ford anymore, but a lot of people, a big factor as far as what car they went with was fuel economy. They did want to save on gas. So as far as daily driving, I think the WRX is the better choice, just as far as comfort, drivability, fuel economy, and then everything else. I mean, it's basically going to be the same. I mean, room, like how much space you have in the trunk, the back seat, all of that's going to be the same. So the biggest things that you have to consider when considering both vehicles is just money, and then which one is going to be more enjoyable to drive every single day. If it's going to be for daily driving use, or if you're going to try and go for a car that you want to build, performance, track, then the STI is probably going to be the better choice for you, just because the STI is more meant for track purposes. It's more meant for that type of high performance. So yeah, I mean, those are basically my a couple of factors that I had to decide as far as going with the WRX or the STI. I think the biggest one was definitely just the money. The WRX is, I think, a better bang for your buck as far as what you get. Is spending $6,000-$7,000 worth 40 more horsepower and a bit more torque. I mean, that's totally up to you guys. But for me, I just think that the WRX was a better choice for how I was going to be using the vehicle. And next month I'll have owned this car for 6 months, and I still love this car. I still think it's so much fun. And I'll be doing a long-term review on this car soon. But I basically still love this car like the day I got it. I don't regret not getting the STI at all whatsoever. I'm absolutely very happy with my decision to get the WRX. Like I said, I love this car, and I'm really happy with the decision that I made. So if you guys have any questions, and if you do like this video, remember to hit that like and subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.